This is a Porsche Panamera Wagon. Oh! Growing up, I always thought the car that I aspire to own someday is a Mercedes-Benz E63 wagon. The AMG long roof. What a machine. What a fantastic, low-key, awesome machine. Supercar-like power and speed, all that great stuff. Now, come to find out, I might have been wrong because this exists. This is the Porsche Panamera Sport Turismo. And it's not even the craziest one. This is the 4S. So it's one above the entry-level wagon awesomeness. It makes do with 440 horsepower, which is frankly pretty darn perfect for a car like this. Making that power is a twin turbocharged 2.9 liter V6 engine backed up by a near telepathic PDK gearbox. You can shift it down here, you can shift it on the paddles, or you can just let it do its own damn thing because it knows better than you. This car hustles, this car moves, this car dances, this car is fucking fantastic, and it is one of my favorite cars I've ever driven. The seating position is excellent. The seats are comfortable. The steering wheel feels perfect in your hands. The thickness is excellent. It's actually on the thinner side, and I love it. And where your thumbs go, like they're made to fit there. The 5-gauge display right in the center is reminiscent of historic Porsche views over the hood, and I love it. I love it. Normally you wouldn't see an engine up there if you're a Porsche fanatic, but it doesn't matter because the one sitting there is good. I like the center stack here. The screen is bright, crisp, and easy to read and seems to work relatively fine. My only nitpick is that to be able to change the track, I have to have the music section up. I cannot find a button to do so on the steering wheel. I could be wrong because I also couldn't find the damn heater control for the steering wheel for the first 3 days I was in the car. It is behind the back of the bottom. It's behind the bottom spoke of the steering wheel. There's no markings for it. There's nothing that says, hey, it's right here. Once you figure out where it is, it's fine. It's actually a smart positioning, but it took me a while to get there. I had to read the owner's manual, which if you were an owner, you would do, and you'd figure it out, and it'd be fine, but I couldn't figure it out at first. I like to hop in and pretend I know everything. There's room in the back seat. I have my car seat back there, and I could sit next to my car seat, and I'd be okay. I'd be comfortable. It's not excellent leg room, but it is enough. I wouldn't be in pain. I can fit back there behind myself. And there's room for cargo. This is a real deal station wagon. Of course, it's a beautifully styled one, so it's not, you know, an SUV in terms of what you can stuff back there, but there is a good amount of room. We went out and bought my daughter a new bike, and I fit it in the box in the back there with no need to fold down the seats. And then I kick my family out. I get on the road. I'm in fourth, and I just go. You just go. Get up to stupid speeds real quick, and then you take a corner and it's nothing. The steering is fantastic with the chassis control. There's a knob here to go from, you know, normal, sport, sport plus. I put it in sport plus right away pretty much every time I get into it because the ride is not punishing. It's perfect. This has an air suspension system, so when it's lowered all the way down, it looks fantastic. And then if I need to, I can lift it up so I don't scrape pulling into my garage. This is a perfect one-car vehicle. If you only could have one car, how could you not say no to this? Well, the only reason you might say no to this one is if you want more power. And Porsche has that. You can get the Panamera Sport Turismo with the 4-liter V8 twin turbo, and now you're dealing with 550 horsepower. And there's one above that. You keep that engine, and then you add electric hybrid power, and you are at, I need to catch my breath, 680 horsepower in a Porsche fucking station wagon. Come on! This is the best. It's the best, Jerry, the best. I'm like Banyan from Seinfeld, which is appropriate for a Porsche. It's the best, Jerry, the best. If I ever get to meet Jerry Seinfeld someday, I will go full Banyan on him about the Sport Turismo. It's the best. It's the best. I mean, this car is so good. It's like almost the reverse of Back to the Future when Marty McFly is playing the guitar and he's seeing himself disappear, but then he's trying to get himself back. This is as if I'm on stage playing music and a picture of the Mercedes E63 is taped to my guitar and it is disappearing. And then I start hitting the right notes and in its place, the Sport Turismo appears. Earth angel, please be mine. Fuck, I love this car. I love this car so much. I'm usually not sad when I give cars back because it means something else is coming and I'm interested in it and I want to learn more about it. No matter if it's the latest Kia or a new McLaren, I'm curious about it all. And then I'm fine when it leaves. I want this. I'm going to be like Rose from Titanic. Jack, come back. Come back. I need to make room on that giant ass door. And like I said, this car is something special. I hope people buy enough of these so Porsche keeps making them. I don't know if that's the case. I know 1 in every 10 Panameras, at least that's a stat from when this vehicle first launched, 1 in every 10 Panameras is a Sport Turismo. I don't know if that's enough to keep the thing alive. I know in Europe it's 1 in every 5, which is a figure that Porsche was kind of hoping for. 1 in every 10 though in wagon-hating America is not bad. It's not bad. I think I'd have to step up a level to a GTS, but then we're spending so much money. GTS starts at about 160, I think. I think I need V8 noise, and you can get it. So you can get V6, you can get twin turbo V6, you can get twin turbo V8, you can get twin turbo hybrid V8, insanity, near supercar performance numbers. I think 0 to 60 on that one is 3.2 if it's not 2.9. You know, something crazy. And this doesn't need 21-inch wheels, but it looks perfect on those wheels, especially when it's sat all the way down. Yeah, like I said, goodbye Mercedes, hello Porsche. Oof. I have a new unrequited love, and it is here. It is absolutely here. Drove this, and it's a rear biased all-wheel drive system. I drove it in the rain the other day here in Southern California, just whipping past people on the highway with no fear, just running down the 5 and the 405, and this is everything you could want in a car. I'm glad people are buying Cayennes because it means that Porsche gets to also build cars like this. Cayennes and Panameras. I'm glad people are buying those because then you get, you know, GT3 RSs and just crazy stuff and this. Wealthy wagon lovers, put your money where your mouth is and buy this. And also buy the Benz because the Benz is great. And word has it that the RS6 Avant is destined for our shores, so stay tuned. They're still working on it, but they want it to happen, and I think they're going to try to make it happen. So I still think I would take this over that Audi, though. I think I would. And RS6 has been forbidden fruit forever. But I always say I'm not a Porsche guy. I'm not one of these person who drools over Porsches. I get why they're cool. I get why people love them. I did a video where I finally drove a Porsche. I drove a 1970, I think it was a 1970 911. It's on our channel somewhere. Had a more modern motor, like from 87. And in the video, I started to get it. I definitely got the appeal. A couple years later, I finally drove a modern 911. It wasn't even that special of one. It was just a Carrera PDK convertible. So like never how I would spec it. I might get the PDK, but I would get at least a Carrera S, and I wouldn't get a convertible. I'd get a Targa or a Coupe. The Targas are badass. And that car was, oh my God, that car was amazing. And now here I am again. It's been a few years of separation since I last drove that 911. And you always go, yeah, okay, I get why people like them, but you know, whatever. There's so many more other vehicles I'd rather have, and this and that. And then you sit in it, and then you drive it, you fire up this faux key fob sticking out on the left here, and it clicks. You drive a Porsche, and it clicks, and you go, yep, okay, I get it. And with this wagon, it is no exception. In fact, it is probably more so because of the fact that I love wagons. And it's not an enthusiast, like the cliche, like, we gotta have wagons. I actually love wagons. Someday my wagon project will be done, and I will love it, and I will be happy. And until then, I will dream about that wagon, and right next to it, in those dreams, will be this one. Sounds like a strained anus. I'm going to turn around up here, and that'll be for official beginning of the video. Okay? Okay. He'll climb. He'll dance.